Animals can be very intelligent, wild, or defensive, but sometimes they find themselves stuck in terrible situations that put their lives at risk. Luckily, some kind-hearted humans are there to help them overcome these challenges and even save their lives. Want to have your faith in humanity restored? Well, sit back and relax, because today I'll be showing you a list of the most heartwarming animal rescues you'll ever see. And if you stick around to the very end, make sure to grab yourself some tissues because you'll need them. The Helpless Dog Rescue. A rescue team in India got a call regarding a dog that was struggling to walk after being hit by a car. When the team came to check on the dog, they quickly noticed the dog's spine had been hurt during the impact, which resulted in severe nerve damage. This is what prohibited the dog from properly walking. The dog kept staring at his legs as if he was trying to figure out why they wouldn't move and why he couldn't properly use them. While nerve damage is often irreparable, the team decided to give it a shot and see how much they could do for the dog. To their surprise, after a period of weeks of good rest and physical therapy, the dog was able to walk on his 4 legs again. They named the little guy Georgie and became an inspiration for more people in the area to help their local stray dogs that are often unfortunately victims of car accidents. The South African Penguin Rescue. Back in the mid-2000s, there was a massive oil spill from a carrier north of Cape Town in South Africa. This threatened the lives of about 20,000 penguins that got covered in the oil. Diane Di Napoli, also known as the Penguin Lady, sent out a call to volunteers to come and give up some time to help out these penguins. To her surprise, she got over 12,000 volunteers coming to help her and the team. Keep in mind that these people were regular everyday people who had nothing but a true desire to help. No outstanding skills or previous experience with penguins. After 3 months, this group of kind-hearted volunteers were able to clean out the oil from all the penguins and send them back to their regular habitat. Seeing all the penguins being released is such a touching moment. All scrubbed clean and happy, back where they belong. The fallen ducklings. A mother duck is stressed out because her ducklings fell down into a storm drain in Arizona. The mother duck was pacing back and forth in distress when people noticed that her little ducklings were missing and she couldn't do anything to help out. A group of rescuers came to the scene and went down into the storm drain to pull out the ducklings. At one point, the mother duck's true mother instinct came out. She actually jumped in to see if she could be of any help.
I got it!
She helped out by carrying her babies out of the way. The rescuers were about to call it a job done when they spotted one final little guy down there. They pulled him out safely, and Mama Duck and her little babies were happily reunited. The stranded freeway cat. Sometimes animals can be in danger without anyone even noticing. That was the case for this little kitten that was trapped in the middle of a freeway in Los Angeles, right off the fast lane. With so many cars driving by, it was near impossible for the kitten to get out of there. And with the rush of cars going by, no one could really save him. Until luckily, a driver named Sheila Green was able to spot the kitten and immediately sent a text to Hope for Paws, an animal rescue team that would know what to do. The staff rushed to the scene and Sheila gave clear instructions to the team to find the helpless kitten. The team, through following her directions, was able to spot the kitten and rescue him. They noticed he had an eye infection and was malnourished. They named the little guy Napoleon and immediately fed him and cleaned him up nicely. Why someone would leave such a helpless, cute little kitten in the middle of the freeway, I'll never be able to understand. But we're lucky to have people like Sheila and the team in this world to help. The Hoarders House Cat Rescue. Over 40 cats were left abandoned in a hoarder's house for over 8 months. If you have pets yourself, you'd know how much they depend on you. Now imagine leaving more than 40 cats behind, unattended, with no one really knowing that they're there. Their living conditions were horrible. These cats were rescued by the Coal and Marmalade team, whom I'll link the YouTube channel of in the description. In northern Illinois, when the landlord became aware of the situation, he contacted the rescue team. There was poop and fleas everywhere, and the cats were left in very poor condition. Some cats were resisting, as this house was unfortunately all that they knew, as well as being fearful of facing more abuse. It took the rescuers a while to get the cats comfortable enough to transfer them out of the house, but in the end, they managed. After the cats had been rescued, people in their community donated money towards getting them the supplies needed for a speedy and thorough recovery. A beautiful ending, as the cats all got foster homes and got to experience the life they so deeply deserved. The Baby Deer Rescue. Winter can be a scary time for animals, as temperatures drop and water freezes. Some animals are not ready for the challenges that come with such conditions. That was the case for a poor deer that got stuck in the middle of a frozen lake. He had no hope for escape, until a group of hunters who were nearby came to rescue him. The hunters reportedly said that they had noticed something odd around the lake area, but they hadn't noticed it was a baby deer. They found the little guy with his back legs stuck inside a hole, while his front legs kept him from sinking. The hunters brought the fawn to the shore, but his hind legs were still struggling against the slippery ground. He was then brought to a more solid ground where he was able to fully stand on his 4 legs and run back to his mom. So beautiful. Jiquitaya, the rescued jaguar cub. Brazilian soldiers spotted a jaguar cub while they were rafting through the Amazon River. The baby jaguar, Jiquitaya, had been abandoned by his mom at a very young age. Big cats like jaguars often abandon their young that they deem unfit to survive, usually because of a physical defect or sickness at birth. Leaving him alone would have almost certainly resulted in death, either at the hands of hunters who target jaguars for their beautiful coat, other animals looking for food, or the intense weather of the Amazon. As a result, the soldiers decided to take him back to their military base. They couldn't spot any siblings or mother nearby, so they decided to keep and raise him as their own. Against all odds, the young jaguar recovered his health and the Brazilian army sent him back into the wilderness. After a while, the Amazon was hit by strong rains that flooded the jungle. A group of officers found Jiquitaya holding onto a fallen tree, struggling to stay afloat. They jumped in to rescue him. Jiquitaya clung to an officer's back while being removed from the water. It even seemed as though he was happy to have physical contact with humans again, and it was evident that he trusted his rescuers. The officers took the jaguar back into their headquarters and realized that it was best to keep him with them. They built a shelter that mimicked the Amazon jungle, where he can enjoy the freedom of the wilderness while being protected by his friends in the army. In that way, Jiquitaya became a symbol of freedom and hope for all those endangered species out there. Which of these did you enjoy the most? Let us know in the comments. Also, have you ever helped out an animal before? If so, what's your story? Leave a like if you enjoyed and don't forget to subscribe because we've got some awesome content coming up. You won't want to miss out. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.